I'll tell you what, our next guest could not have been any more impressive on debut for Oklahoma. His first preseason game, Josh Giddey, finished 18.7 rebounds, 3 assists in just 29 minutes. They lost the Thunder to the Hornets, but that's not important. Josh was absolutely magnificent. I read a lot of stuff this morning and he's made a big splash over there and he's been good enough to join us. Josh, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's great of you to join us, and there's a whole audience out there that are going to ride your journey through the NBA very, very closely. The whole of Australia are with you, and we're thrilled with what you did in your first hit out.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good to be back on the floor playing. But no, I do appreciate all the support I get from back home and you guys. So, thank you for that.
How you got injured early days in the summer league? Everything okay, body-wise?
Yeah, I'm healthy now. Did my ankle. It wasn't anything too bad, but they just kind of took the precautionary route with that, and they didn't put me back out there. Just made sure I was 100% healthy, and then I was good to go for last night's game.
Hey, Josh, how did it feel to be out there on the court last night?
Good. It felt good. I mean, obviously, as I said, just being back on the floor playing was a good thing, and then obviously it's my first kind of test playing against NBA talent, in a real game with fans in the crowd and all that stuff. So it felt good that, it's different from the NBL. The pace of the game's a lot quicker. There's a lot, bigger, stronger, more physical athletes over here. And obviously you got the all-star talent that there is in this league. So it's similar to what I expected, but you don't really gauge how physical and how strong guys are until you're actually out there on the floor playing against them.
You look so at home, though, just watching, the highlights of the game, and you drove to the basket, you took a couple of three-pointers as well, so you must have felt nice and comfortable.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. I mean, obviously getting the, fast break layup early kind of settles your nerves a little bit, and just getting that out the way. And then from there, my teammates allowed me to play my game. They spaced the floor. We got guys that could shoot the ball. Mark, our coach, has a lot of confidence in me to go out there and, play freely. So having confidence from, whether it's the coaching staff or my teammates, it allows me to go out there and just play my normal game and kind of just do what I do. So I give a lot of credit to them. The transition's been pretty easy coming into this team. It's a young group, so I fitted in, pretty seamlessly with everybody.
You're the Rookie of the Year in the NBL, our domestic competition here. How important? Tim and I were talking about it. I don't know much about basketball. I know that you're going to be an exciting prospect for all of us. But Tim was talking about the fact that you've played in a competition against men as opposed to maybe coming out of the college system. Do you see that as an advantage?
For sure. I mean, the college system, I'm not saying it's a bad, players have their choices of what route they want to take out of high school. And I think for me, the big thing was getting an early taste playing against grown men and older guys. And that was going to, ultimately prepare me better for the NBA opposed to college where you're playing against, kids your age. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, because there is guys in college that are 22, 23 years old, which you'll see in the NBA as well. But just for me playing in the NBL, which is one of the best leagues in the world, I get to be around, high-level athletes every day. So I thought for me personally, getting to do that at, 17, 18 years old was going to be more beneficial for me than going the college route.
Josh he's living the dream. Josh Giddey, live from Oklahoma City this morning, played his first preseason game yesterday in the NBA. Josh, has the coaching staff given you sort of some indication as to what the program will be for you in your first season of NBA? They said, look, this is what we'd like to do. We'd like to bring you along slowly, or do you feel it's going to be more accelerated than that?
I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, it's still early days. Obviously, I started last night in our first game, so that was that. But, I mean, as I said, it was the first game, so things can change leading up until the start of the regular season. But it's a young team. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for guys to get out there and play. So, roles haven't really been carved out opposed from, the obvious guys like Shea and stuff like that. But for the rest of, rookies and the younger guys, I guess we're still kind of figuring that stuff out. So I guess closer to our first regular season game, those roles will be pretty much, established, and guys will have a pretty firm idea on, where they sit and what their role is within the team. You're the youngest player in the NBA. You're 18 years of age now. You're going to turn 19 on Sunday. You're 203 centimetres. Are you still growing? I hope so. I don't know the answer, but I hope I am.
Well, what would be the ideal height for you being a point guard, do you think, in the NBA?
As big as I can get. I mean, I take 7 foot, like as tall as I could get, I'd be happy with. So hopefully I can keep growing a bit more.
Josh, tell us about just the life of an NBA basketballer. Just is there any perks that we'd like to hear about? You turn up, do you have 15 pairs of runners at your locker, travelling on a plane? Just give us a little insight into that sort of life.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a whole new world. I mean, just with the private jets and the security with the team and the hotels you get and stuff like that. It's a whole nother world. But outside of that, we train, we lift weights, we do everything a regular sporting team would do, and then there's a lot of free time. Like we get our work in early in the morning, then the rest of the day you've got to yourself. So guys can go back in the gym, and most guys do go back in the gym, work out at night or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot more free time than I thought there was going to be. But I guess when the regular season starts, we're flying around and playing so many. There's 82 games in a year, so we're playing so much that the free time's going to definitely cut down. But outside of that, I mean, it's a whole nother world. Being, just from being recognized, walking around the street, to playing in front of thousands of fans on the biggest stage in the world. It's it's completely foreign for me, all this stuff.
So when you wander onto the private jet, you've got the big dogs who sort of sit down the back of the jet like we all used to at school, the year 12s would be down the back of the bus, and you just had to sit in the dicky seat. What was it go?
No, I'm probably going to have to be right off the front. But no, we haven't actually flown anywhere yet just because we only had our first game last night and It was at home. So we fly out to Milwaukee, I think, in a few days or whenever that is, and play them out there. So we actually haven't gone anywhere yet.
Is there a rookie system there? Are you required or expected to do certain things around the team as a result of being one of the rookies?
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The only thing we've done was there was someone's birthday and all the rookies have to get in the middle of a circle and sing happy birthday to them. But outside of that, like, the guys have been good with it. I mean, we've got a really young team, so I guess there's a lot of younger dudes, rookies on the team, so it makes my life a bit easy not being the only one. But no, the guys have been good. We haven't had too many rookie duties to do yet.
We sort of fed all these different stories back here in Australia about the NBA players and how individual it might be. Do you feel like you're part of a team like you were in the NBL? Do you have that sense already?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you get it from day one because, especially with this organization, they're really that's kind of the environment they create, a really team-orientated system. Everyone's treated the same, from the Shea, our max contract player, to the chefs in the kitchen, to the trainers, and everybody around the organization is treated exactly the same. And that's the best part about it. It's a really good environment to be in. It's a fun place. Guys, want to see each other succeed. So right from day one, you get that feel, and it starts at the top with guys. Even when I did my workout with the Thunder, they had about 9 guys there. They had the general managers, the coach, trainers, physios, everybody there. And it's not like during the workout, teams usually sit there just taking notes or seeing what a player's doing. But these guys were all up, clapping, supporting me during a workout where they didn't know anything about me. So from that day on, I kind of knew they were all about that environment, and that's the feel you get from day one when you walk into the practice facility.
Speaking to our newest young NBA, I will say sensation. We're not scared of going over the top. I think he's going to live up to that. Josh Giddey, who played his first preseason game for Oklahoma City. Have you settled somewhere, Oklahoma? Have you got yourself a nice pad? You got yourself all settled in there?
Crib, Gary.
Yeah, we got a nice spot. We're down in the city, so we got like a townhouse kind of thing. So nice area down here. It's close to the arena, close to practice. So we're in a good spot.
And you've gone out and maybe bought yourself a little car with your first check. We always like to. we see ourselves as the version of Cribs on radio.
I haven't. No, the car's the one thing I haven't done yet. I've just been I did a partnership deal with Toyota, so they've just been giving me some kind of cars to drive around until I finally decide on what car I want to take.
What about the soft drink deal? Have you done that one yet, Josh?
I haven't. No, I haven't done a soft drink deal yet.
Shoe deal? Got one?
Yeah, signed with Nike.
How many years do you sign with Nike for?
What, you want to know how much or what?
No, I don't want to know how much. I just want to know how many years he's going to be tied to Nike for.
I think mine's a 3-year contract. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, 3 years.
Hey, did you play against LaMelo Ball, who's done a couple of very good interviews with us over the journey? Did you play against him in this first game?
Yeah, he was there. He was playing.
Did you take him down?
He was good. He didn't play a whole lot in the second half. But he was really good when he was on the floor.
I don't know how well you covered him on the floor, but you got him covered as far as the interview's gone so far, Josh, because we didn't get a lot out of him when we interviewed him. He was very, very tight-lipped when he spoke to us.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Hey, who are you most looking forward to sharing the court with? I guess, for you, it must be an unbelievable experience being, as I said before, the youngest player in the NBA. You're just 18 years of age. You've been watching the NBA on the TV. You've seen all these great players. Is there anyone in particular you're interested in looking forward to sharing the court with?
I mean, there's the obvious ones, the stars like LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, those type of guys are the obvious ones. But I mean, I'm looking forward to playing against, a couple of Australians. We play Utah in Utah first game, so I get to play Joe Ingles, someone I've looked up to for a long time in my first NBA game. So that'll be pretty fun. But I mean, all those superstars that I've watched on TV for, so many years, it's just going to be pretty surreal being on the same floor as them.
Do all the Aussies sort of keep in touch a bit? I know that Jock, he played in a preseason game for the Spurs and did okay as well. Are you sort of in regular contact with some of the Australians?
Yeah, no, I do. I speak to a fair few of them pretty frequently. But yeah, no, I mean, we all talk. It's a pretty tight, group within Australian basketball. So we're all, checking in on each other. We're all around the world, so I guess it's easy to just send each other a text and see how each other's doing. So, I stay in contact with a fair few of the guys. Just
one final question, Josh, talking to Josh Giddey live from Oklahoma City this morning, played his first preseason game for Oklahoma yesterday in the NBA. You're wearing the number 3. Now, Gary thinks it's because he wore the number 3 from Melbourne. Is there any connection there at all or not?
No, that's the only reason I'm wearing it.
It
looks good.
That'll do me, Josh. Hey, great to talk to you, mate. You've been very generous with your time, and it just sounds like a young man living the dream to us, and that's as good as it gets. So enjoy, and we'll be watching with great interest, and the whole country's behind you.
For sure. No, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
No, you were great. Well done, Josh.
Josh Giddey live from Oklahoma City. What a good lad.